Hi, this is Sonsonmushi, and this is going to be a weekly energy reading for November 10th through the 16th for the horoscope sign of Libra. So, for any of you who would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check the description below for more details, or you can just email me at sonsonmushi@gmail.com for more information. Just communicate with me and get that started. And I hope these messages resonate with you guys. So we're going to get a general message for the week first, and then we're going to do love messages, and then we're going to do some advice that Spirit has to say for the week. So, wow, we got 2 4s already. We got the 4 of Wands, and then we got the 4 of Swords. So, it's kind of like you have a lot of people cheering you on and supporting you, and you're just kind of contemplating and thinking on how to take the steps. So, maybe a lot of people have been there, sort of like, I feel like people are relating to you a lot in what you've been going through, and so they're like cheering you on, and you're just like, how did they do it? How did they do it? Like, how did they get to the finish line? And you're kind of like thinking about that. And so it leaves you feeling a little bit indecisive by the middle of the week. This might be a slow-moving energy. Yeah, I get another slow-paced energy with the Queen of Pentacles. You're really taking your time because from your whole life that's built up, it's like you've seen how quickly the scales can go out of balance, how quickly you can make a decision that just changes the course from what you actually wanted, is what I'm getting. Yeah, so we get both Queen energy. So you're being very mature about this. You're being patient with this energy. I feel as though your higher self is guiding you to slow down and think on this and rely on your intuition and allow on time before you make a certain decision. So that seems to be the general energy for the week. Pretty quick. So then with some love messages, we get the Star. So you're very hopeful when it comes to love. This can be romance, or this can be loved ones. I like to talk about romance, but just take these messages however they resonate with you. Very hopeful for a connection that you might be distanced from at this time. You might be like far from them, or you haven't been communicating in the physical world as much, but I feel as though you've been communicating mentally and emotionally very much so. Strength, indecision. I feel this indecision is also related to your love connection or loved ones, because the Strength card to me is about holding back the impulse within you and choosing love over quickness. And so I just feel a very slow and steady energy through the beginning of the week, especially. Yeah, and it's because you know your experiences. You might have certain like addictions or attachments or issues within yourself to overcome. It's like you're feeling bad, or like the energies of feeling bad for being yourself. And it's like, that's what the devil really is. The devil is really just the embodiment of you. And so that's not so bad, you know? So it's about looking through your experiences and seeing all the parts of yourself that you might have felt bad about and trying to kind of cast that out. You're like, I'm done feeling bad about this. I want to feel good about myself. And like, that energy is going to help you make the decision. So in the beginning of the week, I feel it's slow and steady because you're working on healing that. And then finally, the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is another energy of entrapment. So this is kind of what's going on with the love scene. This is about first working on yourself and then realizing that you have nothing to be afraid of and that you can take steps forward and free yourself from this connection. You might feel stuck with this connection of love right now. You might feel like this is your only option for some reason for some of you out there. But that's an illusion. It only feels like your only option because you can't see. So when you can't see, it looks like your only option. This is another card of being blindfolded. Your only option is to stay put. However, this is the main difference. The Two of Swords, you're actually holding two heavy weapons. You eventually have to put one down. The Eight of Swords, you don't have a heavy, like, risk, really. It's just what's around you and the clinking sounds of the swords that scare you and make you feel like you might get cut. But if you notice in this card, all the swords are face down. And, like, you might even feel the water on the ground and feel like you're in a lake, like you're about to sink. But, like, again, it's just, like, a little bit... Oh, are you ready to go to bubble tea?
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't press pop. Okay. Sorry, I forgot where... Oh, yeah, it says something about a pawn. So, yeah. Your situation is nowhere near as dangerous as it seems, but because you don't have your sight with this situation, the water is scary, the temperature of the air is, the clinking of these actually upside down harmless swords. Yeah. So, the end of this week, I feel, is about finally feeling ready to take a step forward. So I feel for a lot of this week, you're very much on the right journey, you know? We're all on our own paths, and therefore it's the right path for us. And so it's like you have a timer within yourself to keep on waiting. It's like a lot of people are cheering you on, and your version of going to them and getting to the finish line is by waiting for the right moment, because internally you're going through a lot of healing. So that's pretty much the messages I'm getting, and that involves love, taking steps forward with love. So, okay. Advice is the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. Wow. Have hope that this connection is being intensified by past heartache, that this connection that you're feeling is a new connection. This is someone who doesn't betray your trust, or someone who you have forgiven and they are ready to try again and really commit this time. The Four of Cups. And so I feel like this is someone that is worthy of the connection of trust, of your trust. And so it's kind of like you feel it could be a great opportunity, but it's just, it feels too heavy for you at the time, in the middle of the week especially. And so Spirit's advice is to look up and take that opportunity when you feel like you've dealt with enough within yourself to take up this opportunity. So if you're thinking about what is the other person like, what are they, you know, are they trustworthy, are they this, are they going to do that, Spirit's saying to kind of direct that focus in towards yourself, because the opportunity from them is a great one, no matter who they are, no matter what the situation. Just because by healing a lot within yourself, you'll be able to have a clear idea of who this person is to you, and a clear idea that no matter what happens with that person, that you are always going to overcome any obstacle, and that you will have grown immensely by choosing to trust and love again when you are ready, you know? And then we get the King of Swords. So we get a vibrational match. Spirit is kind of advising that you perhaps balance your feminine and masculine energy. So in the beginning, it's like contemplating a lot, and then it's just really about making a sudden decision the moment you catch on to something. Yeah. The Two of Pentacles. Spirit's advice is to let you guys know that this energy is probably going to take more than a week, just because, I don't know, I get the feeling that this is pretty heavy. This Devil's energy, it's usually not as intense as I always, when I look at it, but right now it does feel kind of deep. And so it's kind of like you do know where these problems come from, and you do know it's going to take a lot of time and effort and being slow moving with where you're at and balancing and slowly building yourself up before it's kind of like, you know, you're safe even with the blindfold on, but you're still only wanting to take baby steps and slowly get away from there before you're ready to like run. So once you get those baby steps done, which might take a while, I feel like then you just sprint for the Four of Wands, for the victory, for the finish line. So I hope this message has resonated with you guys. I'm sending lots of love and light, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace out.